Well, Katie, it was kind of a good news, bad news weekend for the Pirates last weekend. Good news is we played right with the top two teams in our conference, both nationally ranked. The bad news is that slipped away right at the end. So, what do you as a coach take away from a weekend like that?
Well, I think we left feeling, yes, both excited and frustrated at the same time. I think there's a lot of positives to take away from this weekend. I know you don't feel that initially. I didn't feel that initially leaving just because I felt like winning was so attainable and we just kind of let it go. But then as you kind of let it sink in, you realize that those were two very tough teams and we were definitely at their level, which was encouraging to see. I think what we need to get better at is the mental toughness part of the game and just learning how to finish. I think, half of our team was excited and they're ready to compete, and some of them just haven't been in that position yet, and so they might not have expected to be in that position or really know how to close games and how to win. I really think that's a skill and a trait that has to be learned.
And so it's kind of an interesting week for you this week. You're preparing for a match on Wednesday and then another match coming up on the weekend. So talk about splitting the week in half in essence and preparing that way.
Yeah, this is the first time we've had to do that. So it's certainly a short turnaround time. So we, had to kind of evaluate last weekend quickly and then move forward. Kind of take what we're going to from that weekend and start preparing for Whitman tomorrow, and then Linfield. And the thing is, you certainly can't take any team for granted. Our conference is so tough that you just have to prepare one match at a time. So we're looking to do our best against Whitman and then get ready to compete against Linfield on Friday.
And give us a quick scouting report on the Missionaries and the Wildcats. What kind of play will we see in those matches?
I think we're still going to see some really tight matches and tight rallies. I think Whitman is kind of a similar team as us. I think that they have some really talented players on their team, but they also struggle with consistency at times. Linfield, we will have to wait and see. I know they haven't won a conference match yet, but that certainly doesn't mean that they aren't capable of that. And at this time, we really have to treat every team the same as if they're, the number one opponent. So I think every night's a tough match. You never know.